Yeah. Taco.
And it was like a slight chance that you wouldn't do it, and you did it.
And chocolate.
Milk. Chocolate milk. Yeah, tacos and chocolate.
Taco. And chocolate.
You know, you're gonna end up being a lounge singer in your old age, playing for like 7 people in a fucking casino.
I think you're right. Honestly, that's where my career is headed right now. I went from, hot buzz MC, New York City, holding it down, 12-inch, Bobito Garcia featured magazine, KRS-One, Immortal Technique, kind of rapping, and now I do podcasts.
Yep.
On iTunes. Now I do because I'm clinging on to fame right now.
Last bit.
This is it. This is it for me. This podcast doesn't pop off. My career is over.
It's like, fuck it.
This is it.
Word. Son.
So what up? My name is Tone Deaf.
Hi, I'm Pac FM.
Pac FM, and this is Tacos and Chocolate Milk, episode
Numero 4.
Para I forget the numbers, but for May 28th.
Para mayo 28.
28.
We're both of Latin descent.
Yeah, it's.
And don't speak a word of
my mother right now. My mother is crying. She's literally crying, listening to this. Not because it's funny, but because she's so ashamed of the job she did raising her son.
So I got even better. My father, I call him my little brother's like maybe 5 or 6 now. And I've been calling ever since he was able to talk. And my father, I know he does this on purpose. He puts my brother on the phone, and he only speaks to me in Spanish.
On purpose.
I know it, because he's like, you wouldn't do it, so he's gonna fucking do it.
That's it's a good way to compare and contrast. Like you really know automatically that you're a piece of shit when your parents do stuff like that.
Yeah. I get on the phone and he just this little kid is just like going off in Spanish, like, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, so do you play basketball?
Damn.
It's like, yeah, motherfucker.
That's a horrible feeling.
It is.
I have to say, apparently, and this is funny because for those of y'all that don't know, I am Cuban and Colombian. I'm not gonna do the joke.
Yeah.
I'm Cuban and Colombian, and my mother is Cuban. My father's Colombian, and I was born in the States. I was born in Virginia.
Right.
And I never picked up Spanish conversationally. It was a weird time. You know what I'm saying? So as I think it's second generation, or am I first? How does that work? Like if you're first or second generation?
I think.
Because if you're first generation, that's the first generation of kids, or the parents are the first generation?
I never knew. I think it's the. I think you're second generation,
right?
Because I don't know.
I don't know how that works. Either way,
I was born here, and all my descendants are slaves. So
right. So I don't know. Generational slaves.
Yeah, I mean, like shit. We've been here for a couple hundred years.
Well, it was more of a thing where coming up, like my bracket, like my generation, it wasn't cool to be Spanish in America. You know what I'm saying? Like, so after Ricky Martin, I kind of feel like everything changed, and it was like, Viva loca! Then suddenly it became like, oh, Spanish is cool, because Madonna co-signed it.
Well, you grew up in the wrong area. Like, I lived in New York where everybody was Spanish.
Right. I grew up in the Midwest.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Not
so like
the same.
That shit was not cool. Like being Spanish, like you were a spick basically,
right, yeah.
And like there was little pockets of, I mean the Midwest is white as fuck.
Exactly.
And those of y'all that are listening,
you were an outcast.
Yeah.
So you didn't want to be. You didn't want to have an accent.
Right. I didn't want none of that shit. Right. I wanted to speak English as best as I could.
Right.
And all that. And my mom would be like, listen, you're gonna want to learn Spanish because trust me, you're gonna want to learn it. You're gonna be able to get better jobs. And I was like, fuck you, man. I don't want to speak Spanish. It's fucking refs off the boat, fucking wetbacks. Yeah. And and then I was like, I'm gonna speak English, awesome. And then I started writing, and I started, so I've been very lingual,
Yeah.
The funny thing is that apparently, and this is confirmed by my sisters, as a baby and like as a toddler and shit, like I only spoke Spanish.
Yeah, it's funny. My father, Here's the ill thing. My father, born in Panama, Spanish is his second language. He only spoke English when he was growing up.
Wow.
And he learned Spanish like maybe, I don't know, as a kid or whatever. But
Right.
he started speaking English first.
Uh-huh.
You know? So, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, so like now, I guess the moral of the story is now, had I learned how to speak Spanish, I would totally right now either be a huge Spanish rapper. Like,
You'd be Pitbull.
Yeah?
Yeah, you'd be Pitbull.
Nah, I don't know. I by the way, I really do enjoy Pitbull's music. And
You do?
I know, yeah, there's something about, you know what, because he's from the same neighborhood as me. He's from the same neighborhood. So, like,
My mother said to me, she's like, Tone and Pitbull, like, she's like, is Tone Cuban?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah, like if you ever like look at Pitbull's cover for like his like best of hits or whatever, like he's got that face that it looks like basically Cold Kill Collective. Like we both have the same face.
Yeah.
And we both do the same. There's like a Cuban smirk, like, yeah, nigga. Like we got this shit, like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like we got this. Like there's a smirk, the Cuban smirk that I call it, that we got that. But we're from the same neighborhood. A lot of people don't know that because I spit Maltese, and so they automatically assume
you had to be somewhere way far away where people are smart and shit.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's not. We're from like literally the same like same part of the
city. He was in your 4th grade class?
Yo, he went to high school like a couple miles away from my high school.
That's
you know what I'm saying? I mean, he's like I think like 4 years, maybe 4 years younger than me. Yeah. But
that's the same thing with like Nicki Minaj. She went to the same high school as me, but I was out by the time she got in.
I would like to be in by the time she got out. So yeah, I regret. I totally regret. Either I could have been like a big Latin rapper, or I could have been like a Univision fucking broadcaster.
Yeah.
I could have been a great broadcaster.
Yeah, you'd
in
have been
Spanish.
killing that shit.
I would have been me and fucking Don Francisco hanging out in Sábado Gigante, just fucking chilling. You know what I'm saying?
You could have been a UFC Spanish broadcaster.
I probably could have, man.
That'd have been awesome.
Yeah, that would have been great. You know what I'm saying? I probably could have put my dick in Brittany Palmer's.
How did this go?
I'll take any Brittany Palmer orifice, basically.
How did this get here?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
By the way, if this sounds a little weird or different to y'all,
yeah.
You can actually back up on the mic a little bit.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. If it sounds a little different to you, it's because my incompetence has reared its disgustingly disfigured face once again.
It's the 3rd time in a row.
Yeah, and you can see how clearly and how seriously I'm taking this. I forgot the recorder, basically, to record. So we're in the recording. We're in Q&5 Manor right now, recording with a completely different handheld mic setup. Yeah. Pack's literally on like a microphone that you would see.
More like a Shure.
No, Shure is too much. That's Radio Shack, motherfucker.
What is it, Gemini?
That's a Radio Shack microphone.
Wow.
And I'm sure you can tell the difference, folks.
Not from this angle. But anyway.
So, I don't know how this shit's going to end up sounding.
It should sound, I mean, whatever.
Yeah, it could be absolutely horrible.
Horrible. So
yeah.
I heard we got like a couple new listeners.
Yeah, now here's the funny thing. Those of y'all that have been listening from episode number 1, Tacos of Chocolate Milk, back when we didn't even have a name.
Right.
We kind of set out the idea that we weren't going to edit this. We were going to hit record. We were going to make basically the most work heavy thing we've ever done, because we do bells and whistles on everything. We said, let's do something bare fucking bones.
Yep.
No work, no post-production, nothing, right? Hit record and talk, okay? And this is what we've been doing, and that was going to end up being probably the most popular thing we've ever done.
Right.
Okay. After spending $1 gajillion on promotions and shipping and
with every record that we've ever done,
that none of it mattered. We would do a shitty fucking 2-mic podcast, and that would be the biggest thing. Yeah. Well, it's kind of coming to fruition.
When as
basically, we were featured on the front page of iTunes on the podcast section for the new and noteworthy podcasts.
Right.
I don't know how they select it. I don't know who the editors. There are editors. I figure there are. I don't know who heard this. But
thank you. And
thank you. Yeah, to all the iTunes editors or whoever that put us up there. And thank you to the listeners, because I don't think that they put you up there unless you have a certain amount of subscribers off the bat.
Possibly.
So thanks for everybody that hit subscribe and rated the podcast and wrote a review.
Right.
So I ran the stats because I was really curious, like, what the fuck is going on? Because that's really weird. And I hit up Chris Ree. Fuck him, by the way. Fuck Chris Ree. Chris Ree is the webmaster for Q15.com. And I hit him up. I said, yo, could you run the stats for Tacos and Chocolate Milk and on the server? I just want to see how many times the file's been accessed and this and this and that. You know, nerdy web shit. And he hit me up, and he gave me the info to log in. I logged in. I checked the numbers, and episodes 1 and 2 of Tacos and Chocolate Milk had over 19,000 individual downloads.
Each.
That is... Yeah, each podcast had 19,000 downloads, and the new episode that we just recently dropped is already up to 7.
Right.
So you figure over time it just builds and builds and builds, you know?
Yeah. So thank you. We thought it was going to be like 75 of y'all.
Yeah, because you can't... You can't really, it's one of those things, it's a reminder that you can't really look at Facebook and you can't look at Twitter as like the gauge of everything.
Correct.
Know? Because a lot of people that listen to shit, they'll download the file, but they don't subscribe to the feed, or they don't, they don't
click like.
They don't click like on Facebook.
I listen to Bill Burr's podcast frequently, and I don't like him on Facebook or check his Twitter, but I do remember to go and download the podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's a lot of people who are in the same vein.
There's a ton of people that don't know how to work an iPod.
Which is me, because I don't.
And don't know how to subscribe to a fucking podcast.
He had to explain that to me, like, twice in the past month, how to subscribe to it. And I still don't fucking get it.
Yeah, it's really easy.
It is easy, but, like, I was like, well, so, like, what are you doing? Like, and what's that file? Like, what?
Yeah, it's really, well, to set one up is a little bit of a pain in the ass, but to download a podcast and subscribe to a podcast is really easy. Yeah. Listen, and for those of y'all that are downloading this and haven't really done the whole iTunes thing, or you hate iTunes, or maybe you just don't know what to do, there's different ways to subscribe to podcasts. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because it's basically just a feed, and the reason why you would subscribe in general through an RSS reader is anytime that we update it, you don't even have to look for the shit. It just pops up on your feed.
Right.
It literally just pops up. So if you do have iTunes and you go search Tacos and Chocolate Milk and hit subscribe, it's free. Number one, it's free. And when you go to sync your iPod and you put your iPod on your computer, and we have a new episode, iTunes is automatically going to download the episode and put it on your iPod.
Which is cool.
You don't even have to do anything.
And you know what my problem is? I don't sync my iPod because I use so many different computers. Yeah. That like
it'll erase all your fucking songs.
So that's my reason for not getting into all that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I have an iPod, which I got lucky. I told you the story about my iPod, how I found, like, years ago, what was this, 2009?
Yeah.
I was on tour with someone, and last day I'm taking the bus home from, like, fucking Vermont or some shit.
Yeah.
And I fell asleep on the bus, and I had to make a transfer from Boston to get into a New York bus, and I'm asleep, and so like I guess I slept.
So you woke up and like this hooker was blowing you, and then
I was like, what's this in my lap?
Yeah, and then she asked for money, and you were like, no, I got no money.
No, that's not no.
And then you were like, here, take this iPod that I found.
No, but what happened was the bus driver woke me up. It was like, you have to get off the bus because it's the last stop or whatever. So as I'm trying to get my stuff, I'm like, where the fuck is my phone? I look under the seat that I'm on. My phone is lying perfectly on top of a fucking iPod.
Nice.
And I'm like, okay. So I just played it off, act like it was mine. There's nobody else on the bus any fucking way.
Right.
So I took the shit, and I look, and it's filled to capacity with music that I like. Like, I'm telling you, this shit had like every genre of music in there. Had like fucking from Radiohead, and
that's a gift from God.
It was like it fucking had all the Wu-Tang albums, some fucking underground shit. It had like, it was weird.
So it was basically like a 14-year-old
like this
suburban
had
kid's
like
iPod.
Yeah, he had like Alanis Morissette and motherfucking Dell. Like, it's just weird. Like, he had like every genre of music, like, front to back.
Yeah.
And so that's how since I didn't have to go through the process of syncing it and all that shit and putting all that I don't know how to do it.
I feel you. I mean, it's lost and found, so you're excused. But anybody out there that actually, Jesus, I'm sweating like a motherfucker. Anybody out there, it's hot as shit in here because I don't have air conditioners.
Yeah.
Yet. Anybody out there that is like Pac FM and doesn't know how to use iTunes, please do us the favor. actually not even do us a favor. If you like the fucking podcast, it's no pressure, but if you like Tacos and Chocolate Milk, go on iTunes or go on anywhere you found it. Talk about it. Tell your friends about it. Yeah. Click, rate the podcast. Like how, if you hate it, just whatever. If you love it, make sure you show you love.
Spread the word.
Spread the word. And subscribe to it, because the more subscriptions we get, the higher up the charts we get.
Yeah.
And
that's about it, because there's no money involved in this at all.
Yeah, like we're
just doing this for fun.
Yeah.
And,
basically, this is a way for me and Pac to hang out, because I rarely see this motherfucker anymore.
And that's the truth. Like years ago, we used to see each other at least once a week.
Yeah, because we were working on a lot of music for his projects, or with the Astra series.
Yeah.
And now we're everybody hates each other.
Yeah. Now we're just like,
it's all falling apart. And Pac is my best friend, and we do this shit. I have a very small core of people that I would consider best friends. You know what I'm saying? And Pac is definitely the darkest one that I have.
Okay.
Yeah. Everybody else is definitely lighter.
I'm not that fucking dark,
You're dark,
dude.
son. You dark, son.
I'm not.
I know you're not. I'm just
Thank
fucking
you,
with you.
Jesus.
I'm fucking with you. It's Tunji.
Yeah, but I'm not that dark. You still call me like, what? Like, if anybody who's met me, let me know if I'm really that dark.
No, he's not. He's really not that dark.
I'm not. I can't be that dark.
You're really not that dark.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So anyways, so
it's Memorial Day weekend.
Okay.
And
people are doing fancy shit.
People are barbecuing and shit. Nobody invited me to shit.
That's because nobody likes you.
That's true. I didn't get any invites to any cool things.
Like, there's certain things that happen, like, if you don't get invited to shit. You got to think, okay, the number one, either I don't have friends, or number two, I probably shouldn't have raped that woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I probably shouldn't have raped that woman last time I was invited to something. Because people stop inviting you after you rape
a woman.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
Or if you, like, steal, like, a toy from, like, their kid. People don't really.
I think I've done that before.
Look kind of, yeah. I stole a toy actually when I was a kid.
No, I think I did that as a teenager or an adult. Not as an adult. Definitely couldn't have been as an adult, but as a teenager, I think I went to like an aunt's house and I saw some shit. I was like, man, I want that. Fuck this look.
I want that shit. Did you steal a lot? As a kid?
I do have a tendency to steal. In recent years I've stolen shit, but like on some more sophisticated shit. Like we'll be shopping and like the supermarket near us has like Snapples, cases of Snapple on sale.
Oh God.
And we would be there with the shopping cart and like use our own shopping cart. And the Snapple would be in the bottom of the shopping cart. We take all the food out, and then one time we didn't notice that we didn't take the Snapple out until they were already ringing up our shit. And we just let it stay there, and we just took it.
That's not really stealing.
That is stealing. Well, yeah, but all right. So here's another one.
Stealing is like
so speaking of the shopping cart,
purposefully taking some shit.
I mean, we knew that we didn't pay for it. We saw it, and it was like, fuck it. Now the shopping cart is another funny story because when we first bought it, see, people in Brooklyn and New York don't have cars, so we have to have like those little push trolley things to go shopping with for people out of New York.
Right.
So like we're there. Like this is when we first moved into the apartment. And we go to the supermarket, and I was like, all right, we got to get a shopping cart. So I said, hey, how much is a shopping cart? He's like, yeah, $40. I'm like, all right, I need that one. Takes it down, and I give it to my wife, who's white. And I was like, okay.
Why you dating them white bitches, son?
Hey. It's our motto.
Yeah, that's true. It is our motto.
But, so I told her, I was like, yo, I have to go to work. Here, just pay for everything, right?
Right.
So I left. So she calls me. She's like, yeah, so when I'm up there, my wife is Australian, so she has an accent. She's like, the lady was so enthralled by my accent that she didn't notice that the shopping cart wasn't mine. And she's just putting
wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, she's like, you're from Australia? Yeah.
Like, steal.
And she's like putting all this stuff in her shopping cart, and she's like, all right, fuck it. Like, and we do that a lot. Like, if someone's an idiot, we're like, fuck it. Like, I was in Target. This is how much it happens. Last week I was in Target, and I decided to pay for it, but I had to buy like a full-length mirror, and the lady in front of me was just talking to her other coworker.
Is this to put on your ceiling?
No, I already got that one. So listen, so she's talking to her coworker, and she rings up the lady in front of me, and then I'm standing with the mirror, and she goes, after she finishes with this lady, to the one behind me. So I said to her, I was like, can I have this? She was like, huh? Oh, I didn't realize that you had that there. And I'm like, what did you think I was standing here for?
Yeah, like.
But I mean, I totally could have just walked
looking
the
at my
fuck
reflection,
out.
like, waiting for Windex. Like, what the fuck? What do you think I'm doing here?
Seriously, like I thought I was looking at myself. Anyway, but yeah, shit like that happens. So I do have a tendency to just take things. Sometimes.
Yeah, you disgust me as a human being.
Hey,
is what I'm saying.
fuck
Because
it.
I there is nothing lower than stealing. Honestly,
It is pretty
that is
low.
some rat.
But
shit.
I don't go out like you said. I don't go out with the intent to steal. I don't go like, yo, I'm gonna go boost and shit. Like
Yo.
I used to as a kid, obviously.
Yeah, I mean,
And that was nice at that too. Geez, yeah, I'm a little fucking.
Yeah, I think it's really disgusting.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I really do. Like,
sorry.
You know who used to steal a lot of Session?
Yeah, Session used to steal. Yo, how many times were we on tour?
Yeah.
Yo, we would go into restaurants. Damn, I'm bad. I'm just as bad. Damn, that's sad when you realize you're just as bad as Session.
Like you and Session.
When you're just as bad as Session and you realize that's a horrible feeling. Like a really bad.
Session did a lot of grimy shit.
So we would go to like restaurants, and you know how those highway restaurants is, right? Like they give you everybody a separate receipt. So like me and Session would just take ours and throw it out and just leave.
Yeah, dude.
Oh man, I feel like shit.
Yeah,
I feel like going back and giving them this $7 fucking
disgusting human beings. I had a the only time I ever stole anything was as a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is not an Evil Tony story, but
Okay.
this is just this dumb kid, right?
Yeah.
And I remember I was in it was in kindergarten.
Yeah.
And it was in Chicago, and I remember there was like this Asian kid. I don't know, I think it was Japanese, something I forget. And he had a He-Man figure, and He-Man was the shit, like back in the day. You know what I'm
hell
saying?
yeah.
He-Man was like the shit,
Yeah.
you know. So I didn't have any He-Mans, and I was a poor kid,
Right.
and I wanted a goddamn He-Man.
Take that
and
shit,
this fucking
motherfucker.
kid had a He-Man.
Did you have two?
No,
Oh, okay.
he just had one. He had the fucking He-Man joint, but it was like the Prince Adam costume, so it
But
had like
the ill thing about He-Man was like if you had the actual He-Man character,
Yeah.
you were the shit. If you had any other ones, like anybody could get the other ones because I didn't have the He-Man character.
Oh, you had
I had characters. I had
would've
like
stole it
I
from
had
you
like
then.
Trapjaw and some other, and there was even a bad guy.
I had Manny Faces. That's all I had.
I had that one too, but then there was a bad guy He-Man.
I figured it was like you were getting 3 for 1 because he had 3 different faces. So I was like, oh, this is a good value. Yeah, I want
Yeah.
this one.
But that's my point. Like seeing people who had He-Man was the shit. Like that was some rare shit. Go on.
Well, anyways, so I took it.
Nice.
I just took. I was in they had the coat rooms, you know, in Chicago and shit. I went in the coat room and I took it. I put it in my bag.
Yeah.
And I went home.
Oh, but your
And
parents
then I'm
see that
playing
shit.
with it. Like I'm playing with the fucking He-Man toy as a
Yeah.
kid, and I'm there, and my sister's like, Tony, where did
Right. Yeah,
where did
that's
you
the
get
bad
this?
part about stealing shit.
Where'd you get this? And I was like, I found it.
You're
And it was like brand new. Like this
Yeah.
shit was brand new.
You didn't find
I
that
didn't
shit.
find this shit. They're like, Tony, where'd you get this? And I was like, I snitched.
Did they make
I
you
snitched as a
snitch on
kid.
yourself?
I snitched on myself. I would never snitch on nobody else. I snitched on myself.
That's fucked up.
And I was like, I took it. And then they were like, you don't ever steal. Stealing is for fucking disgusting people, and it's for low lives, and you're better than that, and you have class.
Did you get to keep it?
No, I took that.
Really?
I had honor, Pack. Unlike you, I had honor.
kept that
and
shit.
I fucking you would have kept that shit. You know, it's like,
totally
well,
would've-
I'll only do it this once and keep it.
Yeah.
No,
exactly.
I
Oh,
took
I'm
it-
sorry.
I took it back to the kid, and the kid was like crying. He was all mad at me and shit because I took it. And I apologize, but you know, the good thing that came out of it, and I think this is probably why I didn't steal again. But after that, my sister, at one of my sisters, Helen, she ended up, you know, working at fucking Zayre. Like Zayre was like Target basically back in the day.
So she got the ill discount.
Yeah, she had the ill discount, and she would just bring all these fucking He-Mans so that I wouldn't steal again.
Oh, that's
you know
so
what I'm saying?
dope.
So I had like the whole collection. I had
Nice.
Castle Grayskull. I had fucking Battle Cat.
And then that kid came over and stole it.
He came through with all of his little fucking kindergarten friends. I was
Robbed
like,
you.
yo, run them He-Mans, nigga. I was like, yo. I was like, oh shit,
So I used to.
you that nigga to steal on.
So like, I used to steal when I was in high school. Like when Poison Pen said we wore backpacks because we were boosting.
Yeah.
That's the truth. Like that's what backpacking was in the early '90s.
And that was a quote from Stupid.
Stupid.
Q
Dope
and
song.
5 Asterisk Volume 3.
3. Yep.
Check it out.
So when I was in high school, I obviously didn't go to class. I was a very bad kid in high school. My mother is still sad to this day to the way that I behaved back then.
I'm sad for her.
Yeah, she really is upset. Like,
you were a horrible child.
I'm in my 30s and she still brings this shit the fuck up.
Yeah.
She's like, you were such an awful child.
Yeah, they can't live that shit down because it's a reflection of what they did. You know
but I told her, I was like, I knew what I was doing, kind of. Anyway, so I would go.
I did that shit on purpose.
We would go to Macy's, right?
Yeah.
And everybody, like, stealing from Macy's, like, that's how you prove that you're the shit. Like, if you can really, anybody can steal from a fucking Target or a Kmart.
If you get busted, I mean, there's consequences.
No, but stealing Macy's is hardcore stealing. Like, you have to be nice with that shit.
Yeah, because they got fucking security cameras and like 19,000 security guards.
They do, and
they will chase your ass.
So I would go there with my peoples, and what we would do was we would go there in our clothes, whatever we want, and then we would go steal shit, pop the tags, and we would go in the dressing room and put on the new shit.
Yeah.
And put our shit in the bag. So when they're like, yo, let me see your bags. We're like, yeah, it's my fucking clothes.
Right.
Like, some old ass clothes in there and shit. So I would do that frequently, but one time the guards were onto us. And you can't run through the store because they'll just swarm on you. You just have to act casual.
They'll come at you from like all angles.
Yeah, so you just have to act casual while they're watching you. So they followed us all around the store until eventually I went upstairs to like whatever the home section was, and I played video games all day till they closed, and they forgot about me.
For real?
Yep. Because they had like,
and you just walked out.
Huh?
And you just walked out.
At the end, yeah, because I was gone for so long playing video games that they forgot about me.
Wow.
Yeah. It was the most awesome day.
Now watch next week. There's gonna be like all these motherfuckers in brand new clothes sitting at Macy's playing video games.
Well, it's set up way different now. They have an armed guard in the polo section now.
Oh, in the polo section, because they're waiting for Thurston Howell and the lowlives to come through and come rob them with the white lady going, John, they're stealing! I love that song. Yo, if you've never heard that song, it's one of the funniest fucking songs. Shout out to Thurston Howell III, who is a very big influence on me when I came up here. Yeah. He's a notorious lowlife and all them dudes, all they do basically is steal polo.
That was their shit. And it was, I mean,
I don't understand this.
It was a New York thing. I mean, they were a crew.
I mean, people died for this shit. Like,
but it wasn't just about stealing polo. Like, they were a fucking crew, and that was just their shit. That was just their, their uniform.
Yeah, and they had to wear polo, but like, I mean, they had display, like they stole displays,
like because they would rush, and it would be about 13, and there was a lot of rappers that you don't know, like there were a lot of rappers that were low lives that don't really talk about it and shit. Like fucking Sadat X was a low life, like there was a lot of them because it was just the New York.
It was a thing.
So,
I never understood it. I just found it hilariously fascinating. And that he has that one song. If you want to know, listen to the Skillionaire album. Skillionaire from Thurston Howell III, and he has a song on there called "John, They're Stealing," and it's just the sample of this white lady going, "John, they're stealing," and he's just talking about rushing Macy's and fucking stealing shearlings.
My boy in high school was one of the illest bombers for Graph and Boosters. This cat TKA.
Okay.
Anybody who knows about old school graffiti knows about TKA.
Well, you shouted out TKA on.
I did. He taught me how.
I always thought TKA was louder than love.
No, louder than no.
I always thought of some freestyle shit.
Nah, TKA like he used to do these throwies all across the city, and that was his shit or whatever. So basically, he's this Asian dude, right?
All right.
And,
why are you giving away his identity,
I said he was an Asian dude. You know how many Asian people write on walls?
How many fucking Asian dudes are under suspicion of being TKA?
Trust
me, now, you just singled it out.
They know who the fuck...
There's some fucking...
Okay, the Vandal Squad of 1995 knows who the fuck TKA is. But my point is...
You just ratted him out.
Here was the shit about him that was crazy, because the dude could fucking steal anything just because he was Asian. And they would never suspect
That's racist.
It is so racist, and he took advantage of it lovely. He would walk into stores... and just take shit. Like he would walk into J. Crew, because he dressed mad preppy.
Yeah,
so we would just walk in there and just put the clothes on, put on a fucking $400 jacket, and walk right out.
So what you're saying is don't trust Asian people.
Just don't be racist.
Yeah, because like if you let an Asian dude steal on you,
because they was like, he's not, and he would say it. He was like, they're not gonna stop me. I'm Chinese. He would literally say that. But the best was he went to FAO Schwartz, which is a huge toy store.
Yeah, for those, that's FAO Schwartz is the toy store in the movie Big with Tom Hanks.
Yeah,
where he's jumping on the piano.
And they still have the piano there to this day, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's an icon. He would walk in there, and he literally walks up to the cashier, and he says to the lady, he says, "Excuse me, I need a big shopping bag," and she's like, "Oh, okay." and she gives it to him. And he went on the shelf, and he takes his Super Nintendo,
Not so close.
put it in the bag. Huh?
Not so close.
Oh, he took the Super Nintendo, put it in the bag, and just walked out. That the bag that she gave him.
Seriously.
It was awesome.
Wait, could you bullet point that again?
He walks into the store.
Bullet point.
Walks up to the cashier.
Bullet point.
Excuse me, I need a large shopping bag.
Bullet point.
Okay, here you go.
Bullet point.
Walks over to the shelf.
Bullet point.
Where the Super Nintendos are.
Bullet
bullet point. That's a dash.
That's a dash. Okay.
So then he takes it and puts it inside of the shopping bag. And walks out.
Bullet point.
Bong.
Damn, son.
He was nice.
That's ridiculous.
But because you're not going to... He's not the guy you're watching. They're watching
They're watching for Pac FM.
Yes.
That's right. They're watching for
and all I would steal from FAO Schwartz was like markers and like little keychains and shit.
That's lame, dude.
That's all I could get my hands on. Like, I mean, I was like fucking 16 years old. I didn't want G.I. Joes.
Man, if you was nice, you would have took that piano, son. Can you imagine somebody took that piano?
I learned about Photoshop at FAO Schwartz.
If we were going to encourage theft,
take something.
Because I kind of feel
don't take keychains and shit. Take some.
I kind of feel like we're encouraging theft right now by telling all these cool stories.
Trust me, if you steal in 2012, you're probably going to go to fucking jail and get ass raped by a security guard before.
Yeah, and it's
totally.
totally.
They'll put you in a room and like strip you naked and fuck you or something.
Jesus, man.
Like I'm pretty sure that's what they. Because there's a lot more perverts now. Like you got internet porn and shit.
There's a lot more perverts.
Seriously, like motherfuckers watch internet porn and they see like the fucking what's it the reality kings and shit.
Yeah, that's true.
And they watch these scenarios like, yeah, I'm gonna do that shit.
Wow, that's
actually so don't do that
true.
Now.
Yo, that's actually a really good like a really good analysis of like where shit is. I feel like now this generation coming up, like I came from like the fucking post Reagan AIDS scare era.
Oh yeah.
And nobody was fucking.
Yeah.
Like I mean, people were, but bitches were just not trying to have sex. Now you can. Now they basically
anybody who's like 21.
Yeah, they're basically doing ass to mouth when they're like 12.
Because they grew up on fucking porn.
Yeah, they got girls doing ass to mouth at 12.
Like when I was a kid to get porn, that's so awful.
It's disgusting, man. It's really fucking wrong.
When I was 12, that was when I first discovered porn or whatever.
At 12?
That's when I first discovered it.
Jesus, man, late bloomer.
Whatever. What the what?
Yeah, I was 5.
Let's not get into that.
All right, sorry.
Point was, it was not easy to come by. Like you had to know somebody who had like a stash of tapes and some shit. Huh? Yeah, you could come by.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
That was easy.
But you had to know somebody who had like a stash of tapes or something. Like, it wasn't like, oh, just go online and just Google.
No, because you had that shit was on VHS.
Right. Like it wasn't easily transferable or anything like that.
Nah, it was tough.
Now it's like you can accidentally come across porn just by typing the wrong word in the search. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, totally.
And like,
totally. Like I remember this girl tweeted fresh clam on Twitter, and there was a link, and I was like, yeah, and I clicked it. And it was literally like clams. Like there were clams, and they were like on ice, and I was like, I was disappointed.
Exactly.
That's where my mind is.
But that accessibility to it, it changes the way people do everything now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I kind of feel bad for them because it's like at the same time where I wish we had grown up under similar circumstances, considering my proclivities.
What, you wanted
as a huh?
What?
Huh? What?
I'm
no,
sorry.
I'm saying
it was like a shiny light, and I was watching it, and I didn't hear anything.
No, I'm saying like if I. Thanks for paying attention, motherfucker. You gets no cheesy bread. No, I'm saying like if you'd grown up in this era, you would have, sex never would have been an issue. Like you would have been able to pretty much tag everything ever. Whereas it was so goddamn difficult, but to talk a bitch into doing it. But what that did though for us was it gave us like ultra game
like just a motherfucker.
Ultra game.
But you don't need it now. You don't need game.
No, you don't need game.
You just need a place.
You need an OkCupid account. That's pretty much all you need, or a Plenty of Fish account.
Yeah.
And you will get ass pretty much on the first or second date. Whereas it used to take like months and shit back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So shout outs to
all the motherfuckers who are getting easy pussy now.
Yeah, shout outs to all y'all budding porn stars.
Well, fuck that. I'm married and I get pussy.
Man, stop bragging.
Yeah.
Stop bragging.
I am bragging.
Fucking braggart.
Yeah. I love my wife.
That's the gayest shit you've said on the show yet.
How is it gay? I love a woman that I'm married to.
Yeah, I guess.
It's not gay.
I know. I'm just trying to shit on you. I'm trying to shit on your happiness, Pac FM.
So,
right now, I'm shitting on your happiness.
All right. Well, let's do.
Fuck your marriage, son. Fuck your happiness and your marital bliss and your little honeymoon period all that.
All right. Well, let's get into Yo Pac. Not even a segue.
I don't want to get into Yo Pac.
We have to get into Yo Pac because I chose one, and it's going to take me about 14 minutes to read this long ass email.
I need to come up with a little musical segment that goes into Yo Pac. You know what I'm saying? Like a little number, like Yo Pac. You know, something like that. All right. So
you want to intro it?
Oh, I would love to intro it. Okay, all right. So, all right, hold on. Let me focus. All right. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Yo Pac!
Yo Pac!
With Pac FM.
Hi. All right, so this week's Yo Pac comes from someone whose name is Dex Den. I'm pretty sure that's short for shit. He has a long one. I chose this one because he took a lot of time out of his day to write this email, and it's actually another advice email, a little bit more serious.
Okay.
And fuck it, let's answer this one.
This is your Yo Pac.
Yeah,
your
today's
singular
Yo Pac is actually a serious one, and I can kind of relate in a couple of ways.
Okay.
So I'll try and read it as fast as I can. Yo Pac for the list. No, I'm just kidding.
Right. Wait, you want me to read it?
Don't read it. Yo Pac. Micro machines. All right. Yeah. Yo Pac. For the last year or so, my dad has been real pushy about how he wants to see me have my own family before he dies. But I don't think he's looking at the bigger picture. Jeez. I don't have a job at the moment, and I'm still a part-time student at my local college. Oh, about once every month, we have heated arguments about me not having kids. One night, I told him I don't want to raise a family in poverty, and I said I want to enjoy the rest of my 20s before even thinking about that stuff. He then said... he married my mom when she was 24, and I fired back that he had his first kid when he was 35. At that moment, his face was so red from anger that he didn't say another word until a couple of months later.
Jeez.
About a week ago, he had his friend come over, and my dad asked me if I wanted to meet his friend's niece. And I knew that he was what he was doing. He was going to try and hook us up. So I purposely turned the offer down, and he went ballistic and tried to make me feel guilty that he's going to die without knowing if he's going to be a grandfather or not.
Jeez.
My dad has ties to the Indian government, and a couple of colonels are his friends from back in the day.
Okay. This changes everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
And all of them want to offer me their daughter to marry. I'm not really down for that whole arrangement thing because it isn't natural in the sense that we have different cultures and customs. It makes me feel like I'm somebody's ticket to America, which is true because if I marry a foreign woman, she will become a U.S. citizen because she's married to one. This is where I can relate. And it's not true.
Yeah, it's not that easy.
It's not that easy. Being a U.S. citizen, not even nowadays, is still a high prestige to many countries. That's why those colonels want me to marry their daughter. My dad's asking me what the hell is wrong with me because he's doing... I'm going to start to shorten this in a second.
No, read it, man. I've already
like
invested the fucking time.
Dude.
I'm in, son. I've invested my time. Okay. I want to know.
All right. My dad's asking me what the hell is wrong with me because he's doing all this work and using all his resources to make this whole family thing happen. It overwhelms me that he's been taking extreme measures to go get me to settle down and not even consider about my happiness because I love my life the way it is right now. I have no plans to settle down in the near future, but I don't want him to think that I'm gay or anything. I also think he wants me to marry an Indian girl to keep our bloodline pure. I can imagine bringing a white girl home, and he'd probably go ballistic. This dude goes ballistic a lot, huh?
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry for the long message. No problem. Truth is, he actually might die soon, and by soon, I mean like in the next 10 years.
Jeez.
Because he's a very heavy drinker and smoker for the last 30 years or so, and has a lot of kidney and liver diseases. He's making me feel like I'm old, but I'm only 21. I feel like I should move out, but I don't want to burn bridges with my dad. I don't have a job anyways because there's no one hiring. What would you do if you were in my position? Signed, Fahimi.
Fahimi.
So you are Indian.
That is some drama, son.
That is serious.
That is drama, son.
I relate to that on a couple of levels.
Okay. So what was level number one?
Level number one, my wife. My wife is Australian.
All right.
And she moved down here. We met in 2010.
Uh-huh.
She was on vacation, traveling the world or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And we hit it off and
and then y'all was fucking.
Yeah.
Y'all was fucking.
That's not the point.
You got that on tape?
The point is...
Motherfucker just nodded. You nodded, son. You trying to be quiet about it. You nodded,
The
motherfucker.
point is,
Ah.
here's the point.
Yeah, what? Can you let me stay at your house? And not,
No, listen to the point.
I
The
can go through
point
your
is,
drawers.
we hit it off. She moved out here, like right after we met, like less than a year later. She moved from Australia, picked everything up, and moved out here. Now her parents didn't take very well to that.
Because you're black.
That's not what they said, so I'm not going to say that. And I kind of don't believe that because they don't even have that many black. I was in Australia. I saw 12 black people in the span of 2 weeks.
Word.
So I just don't feel like that's the reason why. But they felt like
it was the basketball team.
Point is, her parents give her a lot of pressure. As far as wanting her to move back there and have a family over there so they can see her have a family and they can be close to the family, and they give her the same kind of pressure. When reality is she's not living her life for them, she's living her life for her. You know what I'm saying? Like if what your parents want you to do isn't what's going to make you ultimately happy, you're going to have to let them know that this is your life, and you have to be really firm about that shit.
Oh, absolutely.
You really can't let that pressure get to you. You have to find a way to tell your father, like on some no offense shit.
Okay.
No offense, but mind your fucking business.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And level number 2, how do you relate to that? You forget already?
the whole ticket to America thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's kind of...
Listen, brother, it's not that easy.
It's not.
It's really not.
Yeah.
Like, it takes so long to become a citizen. At most, she'll be a permanent resident if they approve your status and shit like that. Like, it's not that easy to just marry some American dude. Because trust me, that would happen way more often if that was the case.
No, it used to be like that. It used to be. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, totally used to be. As soon as you're married,
Yeah.
then she's accepted or whatever the fuck. But regardless, that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, to get to the point, like, totally, you're going to have to start being firm. Like, you're 21 right now, and...
He said he's a part-time student.
He's a part-time student, and, you do want to live your life, because you don't want to get married at 21 unless it's, like, totally natural and, like, you fall in love and you know that it's right. You know what I'm saying? And you know that you really want to be married, because marriage is some shit. And you're 21. If you get married now... Think about 40, 50 years down the line, dude.
It's a different thing, though, man, because you're talking about like Indian culture, like
no, but that
is tradition.
But he's
that
not
do.
living that culture.
No, he's not. He's American.
Right,
You know what I'm
you're
saying?
totally an American kid. So for you
and Americans, we be fucking and
right.
like we be like.
But what I'm saying is, if
banging
he lived,
bitches in the club.
If he lived in India, he would accept the whole arranged marriage shit.
Right.
But he doesn't live there, so he can't fathom that. So he's gonna have to you're 21, you get married to someone now. That's a long fucking time to be thinking like, damn, I didn't really get to live this shit up.
You need to watch a movie called The Namesake, and I know you've seen it already.
Who I have?
Oh, it was Fahimi, right? That was the dude's name,
Yeah.
Fahimi. So I know, or maybe this is a girl. Is it a girl?
He said it's a dude.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I have no idea. Anyways, because Fahimi is kind of
his niece. His father tried to set him up with his niece.
That's right. Well, maybe
you don't know, that shit could have been hot, dude.
It could have been kind of hot.
You might have met this. Don't turn down the chance to meet somebody.
Yeah, you never know.
You
son.
don't know.
She walks in and she's got like some fucking like a fine ass. Like she got a fine ass.
And she might be like, oh, my father's trying to get me arranged marriage.
Yeah,
like,
but she's super hot. Yeah. Yeah, it's like I'll blow you.
She's like, I'm gonna blow you just to get him mad. Or whatever.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because then you'd be like, well, you're getting.
I'm gonna blow you and not marry you.
Right. So as she's like fucking bobbing up and down on the shaft, you could be like, man, this arranged marriage shit ain't half bad.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, but then she'll be like, let's just fuck all the time and not marry each other just to piss off our parents.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know who you're gonna meet.
There's a possibility and there's nothing better that women do is to do vindictive shit to piss people off, and they will stoop to that level. They just will do it.
See, this is what not having porn did to us. We became manipulative.
yo, but if I do this, right? If I do this, then that bitch gonna get crazy. But it's culturally it's a different thing, and I understand. For my culture, like I held out the longest to even get married. You know what I'm saying?
So you're the last one.
I was the oldest to get married. Like everybody else and all my sisters were married pretty much in their teens. You know what I'm saying? Like if they back in the day it was like they caught you with having sex like that, you got married.
My
like
mother
that
was married
it.
at 19.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah.
So I have 2 points to make quickly. All right.
Sure.
First of all, it's a different cultural thing, and if you don't want to deal with this shit, you're gonna have to move the fuck out.
Totally.
Like, you're 21 years old.
You're gonna hear that shit all the time.
You are 21 years old. Okay. I was out by 18. Period.
But you went to college. It's a little different. He's at a local college. You went away to college.
I did, but I took out my own fucking loans, which I'm still paying for. I found a way to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Okay, right. You can find a way.
Right.
Totally.
You can find a way to get the fuck out of Dodge. If you got to sleep on somebody's floor,
If you don't have
money,
a job, get a job at McDonald's.
You gotta
take that
do
fucking
something.
little bit of money and put it aside.
yeah,
till you
like
can get the fuck
you
out.
really got to hustle. Like if you're 21, like it's cool, and but you're still basically somebody's bitch.
Yes.
Period. And this is something everybody has to go through at some point. I got the fuck out as quickly as I could.
Right.
And, if you got to fucking find a girlfriend and go stay on the fucking floor, then go do that, If you got to fucking bust tables, then go do that. If you got to work at La Bear as a male stripper, then go do that. You know what I'm saying? And so that's my first point on that. My second point on that is... And I'm just saying that in terms of, you don't want to deal with the whole cultural aspect of shit.
Right.
Then you just basically got to ditch and make your way. You know what I'm saying? Secondly, okay, I feel you 100%. But secondly, your father, for whatever it's worth, all this pressure, it's not about him dying soon and him drinking and all that, because... In all reality, the motherfucker, that's his own fault. He wants to drink himself into a fucking hole and die in 2 months, and he wants you to get married before he dies. That's his fucking problem, but it's not really about that. Don't feel bad about that. That's him guilting you, son.
Totally
he is
trying to
guilting you, son.
Totally.
And there's nothing stronger than patriarchal guilt.
You
know
have
what I'm
to
saying?
stand so much stronger than that, and you have to hold your ground.
Yeah.
And your father is a man, and he knows what to respect in a man,
Right.
and he'll respect it more if you stand up to him,
Right.
and let him know, be like, look, I'm not gonna live my life because of your shortcomings or whatever.
Yeah, and he's coming, and your father's coming from that entire fucking traditional background where he's been brainwashed basically his whole fucking life that this is the way it's supposed to be, and no goddamn son of his is gonna fucking not have a kid and go with the tradition. Like, this is very, very typical. I've had other Indian friends. This happens. You know what I'm saying? There's a movie called The Namesake where Kal Penn, who is actually Kumar, he goes through this whole thing, and
check that movie
it's
out.
his whole, it's a whole thing with his father. So this is very, very common within like the Indian community. You know what I'm saying? Especially
Kal
with,
Penn always plays somebody who has a dad who's like pressuring the shit out of him.
yeah,
like,
because that's like a stereotypical Indian thing. It's sort of like Tiger Moms. You know what I'm saying? Like Tiger Moms in like the Asian community.
Yeah.
The Tiger Moms just be busting balls like, you will get A. You know what I mean? Or you die. Right? And that was horribly racist, but fuck it. I call myself a dirty spick, and that's fine. But you don't call me dirty spick, because if you ever call me a fucking dirty spick to my face, I'll kick you in your fucking teeth. You understand what I'm saying?
A dirty spick on the second podcast.
Well, you're my friend.
Oh, okay.
My friends can do that. You know what I'm saying? And I'll bust their balls right back. But if you ever say some shit like, "Hey, Tone Deaf, dirty spick," I will fucking...
Don't do it if you're a
I
stranger.
will bust you in the fucking mouth.
And I'll probably help him do it.
Yeah, so because motherfuckers get familiar and shit. You know what I'm saying? I hate that.
Yeah. I hate you. Anyway, but back to
I don't know you. Just because you listen to my podcast doesn't mean I know you. Okay?
hilarious.
I don't know you. So
Fahimi,
yeah. So Fahimi, son, move the fuck out.
seriously, get your shit together, become your own man, and don't. As long as if you really love your father, you're gonna have to take it, but don't let that pressure get to you. Don't let that shit influence you and make you do something that you're gonna regret later.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, your father's gonna respect you as a man if you act like a fucking man.
That's the truth.
Be a man, son.
Be a man.
Be a man, son.
Be a man, Hogan. Yeah. Nah, but thank you for taking the time to write that to us and ask for our opinion. I really hope that it helps you, and I really hope you actually listen to the podcast to hear you.
Yeah, we want a follow-up email on that
Yeah,
one.
let us know if it helped, and
Give us like, do what you think. When you move out, write us. Let us know how fucking good your life's going. How you're dating 3 white bitches.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're working at the Olive Garden. You know what I'm saying? And you're happy. And that's what we want to know.
Now, thank you for writing. And if you
would also like to have a Pack FM dissection of your life, please email packfm@qn5.com. And very important, please put Yo Pack in the subject.
Now here's someone trying to get fucking slick.
What do you mean?
Seriously.
Slick how?
Like, I'm going through my email because I told you the reason you have to put Yo Pack is because I don't check Pack FM at QN5 for anything other than this. Because I have a lot of emails, like my Twitter account is attached to it. It gets so many emails.
It's fucking spam central.
Right.
Pack has literally, I've seen it. It's like
it's 14,000 unread messages.
Yeah, like that's and if you don't put Yo Pack in the title,
I'm not gonna find it.
He's not gonna open it.
Because I have to search for it. So I'm searching Yo Pack, and here's one that comes. Someone tried to get slick. Yo Pack, cheap Beatz has launched $1.99 Beatz.
No, son.
What's good, Pack FM?
No.
Yo, don't try and get me to check your fucking Beats.
Son, if you're selling Beats for $20 on the internet.
No, $1.99.
If you're selling your Beats for $1.99 on the internet, just seriously go in the bathroom right now, lay in the tub.
Yeah.
Okay? Get a nice straight razor and just slit your fucking femoral artery. Fucking just fucking Trinity Killer style from Dexter, and just die in a tub.
You know what we should do?
Go away. I'm sick of these fucking
you have any
people.
money in your pocket right now?
Not on me. I can't afford a $1 beat.
No. This is gonna be our budget for the next project.
Okay. Actually, this is a really good idea.
Yeah, we're gonna do this shit.
All right.
I got $4, and I'm not broke. I just don't have any cash on me.
Okay. Right.
I got $4. 2, 3, 4. 50. I have $4.60 on me.
Yeah, $4
and
60 cents
cash right here. I'm gonna leave this right here is our budget. We're gonna put together. We're gonna find out how many beats we can buy with $4.60, and we're gonna put together an EP and call that shit 460. Seriously,
yo,
we're gonna put out the 460 EP. And see what the fuck comes out of it. Whatever beats we can get for $4.60.
And how many beats? I mean, how much was this dude's?
This dude's was $1.99, but I'm pretty sure we can find some cheaper beats.
$4.60. Okay. I've also seen 99-cent beats.
So
but if you're selling them for 99 cents, you're Pack FM. You can step to them and be like, "Yo, B, I don't have 99 cents."
Oh, who says Pack FM is buying these beats?
Oh, well,
I have other emails. They don't fucking know who's buying this shit. Do they care?
Oh, so you're gonna take an assumed name?
Sure.
Okay. So you could have got a discount. Now you can't get the discount.
No, I don't know. I don't want the discount.
Because you're famous to a 99-cent producer.
I want to buy the 99. So I'm gonna buy $4.60 worth of beats. And we're gonna put this EP together, and it's gonna be called 460. All right.
And what is the time frame for this? Like,
I'm just fucking a $5 EP. I'll do that shit next week, dude.
Yo, so wait, the EP. I mean, you gotta
I'll
write songs.
I will freestyle to the beats. I'll freestyle to
under this fake name.
Under this fake name.
You really gonna do this?
Yeah, why not?
Don't bullshit the audience.
I'm not gonna
the tacos and chocolate milk listeners.
Here, I'm leaving this $4.60 here. Put this shit in the QN5 account and let's buy some beats.
I think. Do I really need to put it into the account? Do I really need? Seriously, I'm gonna go to the bank.
Otherwise, the account's gonna be negative.
Do I really need to do that?
Shit, man.
I guess you're right. I guess I should. I just want to see the fucking teller's face when I go to deposit $4.60. They should be like, "Wow, this is interesting." I'll be like, "Yeah, we got a new project.
We gotta buy some beats.
We gotta buy some beats.
Label, son. My budget.
It's my budget. Gotta buy some beats.
Got my advance.
I mean, it's really like you're a fucking whore. Like at that point. Like, why are you even selling it?
Like, what are you getting out of it?
Why are you selling
anybody who's gonna buy beats for $1 is not worth producing for $1.
Like you want your name attached to some fucking beats that some dude spent $1 on?
Yeah, nah, dude.
Like, for real? And you want to advertise the fact that you're selling beats for $1?
Like, it's like...
Not even $1.
Just give them away.
For 99
Just
cents?
give them away. Give them away.
Just give it away.
I have dope producers who will give me free beats
because they listen, and this is just a little pro tip, okay, to the budding producers and MCs out there. Don't pay for shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Let corporate America pay for shit.
Yeah.
That's who pays for everything.
Yeah. If you're signed to Def Jam and you got a budget and you have money to spend, then yeah, cool. If you got to advance on a deal or some shit and you get to that point, then cool. But if you're indie dude. Yeah. And you got friends that are talented, or even if you don't, if somebody believes in what you're doing, they will just hook you up on the strength of the talent and of the music that they want to make. Nobody's gonna charge you for beats if they respect you.
Period.
They'll charge you for beats if it's like, yo, I know you got a budget for this, so hit me off. Then that's different.
Right, that's way different.
That's totally different. But I'm saying, like, if you don't have money for beats, and then don't pay for them.
And like, people used to always be like, how much for a verse, son? Like, I don't sell verses.
I don't.
But here's a funny story. One time, and I'll tell the story.
Okay.
I'm not going to say who it was.
Okay.
One time, this dude was like, yo, how much for... Can't believe I did this. I'm such a fucking scumbag. Anyway, I'm in the store and I get a text from the door, an email or whatever, and the dude's like, yo, how much for a collab, son? And I wanted to buy this watch, and there was a watch right in front of me. I just put in the price of the watch. I was like, yo, you PayPal me this shit right now. Yo, the dude PayPal it, and I have my PayPal debit card, son. And I want the watch.
Oh my God. Wait, but did you do the verse?
Yeah, I did the verse.
Okay.
I wouldn't do that. No, I definitely did the verse.
Dude, that is amazing.
Yeah, son.
That is incredible.
I feel like such a scumbag because I did this shit.
No, that's not.
But I told
you had a need.
Yeah,
right? He had a need, right? And then you fucking...
This is a true story. I'm not fucking bullshitting at all. I totally did it.
That is American capitalism at its finest.
Yes. But normally I don't do that shit.
Supply, demand, and
solely with supply.
Your supply and demand worked in the favor of a watch company.
Yeah,
and that propelled the economy forward. So thank you, nameless rapper, who bought Pac FM a big watch because he likes big watches.
I like big watches. But at the end of the day, if you have to ask me how much it is to rap with me, I'm not going to rap with you because that means that I don't fuck with you.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been so caught up in my own projects, which I take forever to do anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why am I going to be fucking, yo, I'm selling the verse fucking $300. Like, no,
I'm in the studio all day.
It's like you're in the studio all day, meaning your house with your fucking microphone and your computer.
Exactly.
Okay, let's stop trying to act like you're at fucking that you're at a Sterling Sound hanging out, waiting in Midtown and shit. Yeah. No, I just don't. I really don't have time. And if I do work with somebody, you know what I'm saying. I really like what they do. I'm not like a fame whore, because I notice like a lot of like older hip hop acts. They will do songs with people that they have no connection to just because they're trying to hop on a bandwagon,
right? And
and they try to attach themselves to it to kind of prolong their career. And I really find that shit disgusting. Yeah, I really do. It's like, have some goddamn integrity, man.
And I have a lot of integrity when it comes to this music.
That's why we're broke. Okay, so
Evil Tony.
Evil Tony?
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't actually anticipating. Okay. We have 3 minutes. Okay. Evil Tony's story. I know we missed one last week.
Right.
So, Evil Tony's story. I was... this is back in Chicago. Mm-hmm. This is wintertime. I remember wearing sweaters. And I went to... I was in school. Mm-hmm. And we were having recess. And I remember recess because it was awesome. Mm-hmm. Everybody remembers recess. You're just running around, just doing stupid shit, beating up on people, just whatever. Yeah. And I remember walking, and I was tagging, like, there was a sandbox that they had covered over with wood, and I was tagging it with, I used to write Spike. That was like my tag, right?
Jesus.
I know, that's so corny. That's so fucking corny.
It is.
So, I heard like, and I'm like, and there's all these kids screaming around me and shit. And I look up, and there's this kid. He's like, yo, come here. And I'm like, all right. So I walk over to him because I'm like, I don't know, 7? Yeah. 6 or 7. Uh-huh. I forget. 7, I think. Yeah. And I go up to the kid, and he's like, yeah. And he's like crying. And I'm like, what does he want? And he's like, yo, get a teacher. Get somebody. And I'm like, what happened? And I look down, and this motherfucker's knee was just open. It was just, his entire knee was completely open. Like, you could see the bone. It was basically like if fucking Skeletor had unwrapped his knee and just showed it, and it was just gushing blood. And I freaked the fuck out, son. I was like, ah! And the kid was crying. He's like, help me, get somebody. And I was like, okay. And I fucking hauled ass as if I was gonna go get somebody. And then I went right back to my classroom and I sat down.
You let this kid bleed out?
Let him bleed out, son. And I just... And I don't know what happened to that kid. I hope he's still alive.
So he could have looked like he might have hit like an artery in his leg. Or
he might,
shit,
dude. I mean, his entire knee was just. I don't know how the fuck. Like his jeans were just ripped open. Like how the fuck do you do that on a playground, dog?
No, that's disgustingly
awful. I mean,
Oh.
I feel bad to this day that I did that. You know, because I could have told somebody.
Yeah, you could have told.
But
somebody.
I was just so. I don't like blood. I was really freaked out. You know what I'm saying? I won't fuck bitches on their period. You know what I'm saying? I just can't. I can't do it. Like. And it was a really, 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 really ugly thing to look at, and I still feel bad about it. But yeah,
well, you know what I've just concluded after not listening, but talking for this past hour. We're douchebags. Like we're total fucking douchebags.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
It's totally.
I'm not. I feel like I'm a better person now, Pac.
I don't.
I've changed my ways.
I have changed a little bit. I still steal shopping carts in Snapple.
Are you the guy that throws them off roofs?
Nah, I'm not that dude.
You're an asshole. We're out of here.
Peace.
Here.
Peace.
Here.
Peace.
Here.
Peace.
Here.
Peace.